So something I find endlessly fascinating to look at is the population map of each state. This is Illinois, which is the sixth most populated state in the U.S. with about 12 million residents. Now, you might expect Illinois' population map to reflect that of Ohio's or Indiana with just a ton of cities. Every county has a city, but this is not the case at all. Illinois is actually one of the most centralized U.S. states overall because over 50% of people in Illinois live in and around Chicago, which is the third biggest city in the United States, the third biggest metropolitan area in the United States. Chicago is home to 3 million people itself. The metro area is home to 10 million. And Cook County, which is where Chicago is the second largest county by population in the United States. Only Los Angeles County is bigger. And considering that Illinois has basically endless arable land, endless water supply, and that it's the second flattest state in the country behind Florida, you would think that there are more cities, but you really don't see a whole lot of cities in the rest of Illinois. I mean, here's Springfield, which is the state capital. It barely cracks 100,000 residents. You got Peoria and East Peoria right here. You have Rockford, which is the biggest city in Illinois outside of Chicago. This is the Rock Island, Moline, Quad Cities region, and it's called Quad Cities because Davenport and Dubuque, Iowa are right across the river from them. Then you have down here, this is actually known as Little Egypt because this city right here is called Cairo, not Cairo, but Cairo, Illinois. And it used to be a much more important place, but we don't need to get too deep into the history of Cairo. I do have a video about it on my channel already. This is Carbondale, which is the biggest city in southern Illinois, but southern Illinois is only home to 10% of the state's population. And then you might be like, well, wait a minute, what's this over here? St. Louis, Missouri is right there across the river, and this is Madison and St. Clair County, which are considered metro St. Louis, and it's actually the second biggest population center in the state because none of Illinois' other cities are bigger than the St. Louis suburban population in Illinois. So again, it's one of the most centralized U.S. states. Really interesting to see this considering how different it is from Indiana and Ohio and even Michigan and Wisconsin. Like the fact that Illinois has so many just empty counties. It has 102 counties and the least populated one is right here. That's Alexander County. But yeah, Illinois, really interesting state. What state should I cover next?